What's up guys, in this video we're going to be installing these 4.5 inch Hawkglow LED pods. You can see I've already taken one out of its packaging here and put the bracket on it just to test fit it, but I have these ditch light mounts here on my 4Runner that I just put on. They just screw in between here and the door, and they're super sturdy, but we're going to be mounting these to those. You could put them on your front bumper or whatever, but I already have those, so I'm going to try putting these on those ditch light brackets because I really need some ditch lights. These are a little bigger than I originally was planning, but I think they'll look alright, and I like that they're amber. That's what I was looking for, was some amber lights. These have a square pattern around them that you can use as a DRL, but this car doesn't have DRLs wired that way, so I'm probably not going to do the DRL portion unless I can figure out another way to wire it up here. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get these mounted. You can see what comes in the package. A bunch of wiring. You can see they've got these, I believe these are Deutsch connectors that the lights plug into, and then let's see if I can open this. Here is the big ol' wiring harness. We got two fuses there, another fuse, and then here's the control box, which will stick on the interior, and then the plugs for the connectors. But there's that, and then this is also the harness right here for the daytime running lights, which would plug into this yellow plug here. And then we take this other light out. You can see they do not have to have the amber covers on them. They come with these clear lenses, but I want mine to be amber, so I'm going to run these little amber covers here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed, but you can see it has cutouts for the DRLs, and these are really easy. You just snap them on like that, and it goes onto the light just like that. And then this is the bracket here. It has these two little screws that screw into the bottom of the light, and then you can adjust it from there to get it angled right. But I'm going to go ahead and get these mounted, and then also I forgot to mention it comes with some hardware and the Allen keys you need, but unfortunately this hardware does not match. It's a little too big for my ditch light bracket, so I might be switching the hardware out. But it does come with hardware and the Allen keys used. So I'm going to go ahead and start with getting these lights mounted, and then we will start wiring them. So I got them both mounted. You can see they're just bolted into these brackets. For some reason, one of the brackets I had the right size hole and one of them didn't, so I just drilled it out and used the hardware included with the kit. And I just have them loosely attached to where I want them. And for my 3rd gen 4Runner here, I had to remove one of the windshield wipers and some screws on this cowl to lift it up and run the wires down in between these seals. And then they're plugged in way back up inside there, and then the wire comes out here. The downside of these is the plugs. Those Deutsch connectors, the plugs are like really big, and they're also, this is a really short lead, so you're gonna have that big plug if sticking out if you have these out in the open somewhere. But I got the harness here. I'm probably just gonna go along the back firewall here and zip tie it out of the way. As you can see, it goes all over here, and then there's a Y connection, and then the rest of it goes up inside of there. But luckily it all has some heat shielding around it, so that's nice. But then here is the rest of it. The leads that connect to the battery here, and then we got the big old long connection that goes into the actual car, and then we've got all these little spade connectors here for the different modes, I guess. But yeah, I guess we will have to unplug these and route it through the little grommet in the firewall, I guess. If I can get this all fit in there, I'll probably put some tape around it and then shove it through there so we can get the switch mounted. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do some cable management and get this wire all zip tied out of the way, these ones all zip tied out of the way, and then I'm going to have to mount this big old fuse block we got going on here. I've got this one right here for the other lights, so it looks like I could fit one bolt in right there and get this one mounted back here too, get everything zip tied out of the way, and yeah, I'll have to get these connected on the battery here, which looks like that's going to be the best way to do it. So I'll just put it on like that, probably grab a washer, but yeah, I guess I will go ahead and get started on mounting it. I guess actually, now that I think about it, I can ground this at a different location. I don't need to ground it. See, our last one was grounded there, but I guess it probably would make sense to ground it on the battery here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then I'll get back with you whenever all these wires are out of the way and it's time to mount the controller. All the wiring is cleaned up. I have this one zip tied along the firewall, and then I zip tied the excess under this hood sensor thing here out of the way. Then the fuses are mounted right here, and then I have this other fuse mounted here, and then it's grounded right here to one of the factory grounds, and then the power is right here on the power lead. And then I have this is the switch cable right here. I have it wrapped in tape so they don't get damaged, and then I'm going to cut into this, you can't really see it because it's dark, but right here is the grommet down into the interior of the car. So I'm going to slice that with a knife and then get this down in there, and then I have the switch mounted right here on one of these OEM pieces of plastic, and then I just melted a hole in the side for the wire, and then you can see the wires coming down here. So I'll get the other one pulled through, and then we will get them all connected. Everything is wired up and out of the way. I had to kind of just put a big old bundle of wires zip tied out of the way right here. This car has become like a rat's nest of wires from all the lights, and I still have another set I wanted to do actually, but I just cut a slit down in the grommet up here and plugged in the wires in the interior and zip tied them out of the way down there. So now I have the switch, and that's low beam and that's high beam, so they work. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and then close the garage door and align them on the garage door to make sure they're even and pointing in the direction I want. And then I will show you guys some test footage of the lights so you can see what they look like in the dark. So here is what the lights look like on the road. My headlights are on, but this is still a really dark road here. You can see I have them pointed off to the side a little bit. I don't know if I have them pointed exactly where I wanted them to be, but you can see how bright they are. I mean, if I switch them off real quick, if I can get on a little straight part here, you can see there they are off, and then there they are on. They're super bright. I think I need to aim them up a little bit. It looks like they're pointing down a little too much, but they are definitely serving their purpose. This one is good, pointing off to the side, but I might need to make the passenger one point off to the side a little bit more, and then yeah, you can see they work really well. Sign off into the grass to see wildlife. If there's any deer about to jump out in front of you, which happens a lot on this road actually. And also, I think I probably want to move a little bit more to the side so I can see to the side closer to the car if I was like looking for a camp spot or on a trail at night or something. But yeah, that's how they look. They are plenty bright. I just need to aim them a little bit better. But that is pretty much it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and check the description for a link to go buy these from Hawkglow. And I will see you in the next video.